Okay, so we are saying what? When you go to your NetAccount, netacad.com, on top, you have your login. You click on login, then you enter your stuff, your email, password. You enter your password, then you wait, then you go my learning, my classes for me. Your class is where? Your class is somewhere. 1 second, let me check stuff. Okay, I need to find something, so I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm going to open your class in the meantime. Your class is where? Your class is somewhere here. And no, it's not this one. Discovering internet. No. Yeah, your class is this one. And it is chapter 2, basic switch configuration. And what we'll do today is section 2.4, basic switch configuration. Yeah, so this is what we'll be doing. So give me 1 minute. I'll check something. Okay, I'm almost here. I'm going to allow some other people to log on. Meet. Okay. Save. Okay, we continue, guys. We continue. So, can you hear me properly? Because I'm using a phone now. Okay, so we continue. What we'll be doing today is this basic device configuration. I did send you a link and I did ask you to watch the video. And yeah, so let's start. Normally, you should have downloaded the packet tracer. You should have downloaded the packet tracer and install. So when you open it, it will be something like that, but I'm going to close it. And yeah, So if you're in your NetAcad, if you're in your NetAcad, admit. If you're in your NetAcad and you go to your class, where can you find the packet the labs? So when you go down, when you scroll down, so for example, if I say, okay, hi guys, we're going to do next time lab, for example, like what we're going to do today, lab 2.9, 2.9.1. It means it's chapter 2, section 9.1. So if you go in your NetAcad, you check 2.9. You see 2.9 is here. You click on it. You go down, then you see 2.9.1 packet tracer. So this one you download and you do. This one is the PowerPoint, no, so not the PowerPoint, the PDF of the question paper, but everything is in here. This is the normal file to download. When you download it, it will be something like this. See? If you download the other one, 2.9, you see it's a PDF of a question paper, but you don't need it. If you want it, it's fine. But everything is. Karen, do you have a question? If you have a question, feel free to ask. So after you download the file, so it means anytime you read, anytime you're in your NetAcad and you see such thing, you can download them and save in a folder, like what I did. You see, I have a folder called labs. You see, I open it and anything I see, I download everything in one place. You see, so today we do lab.2.9.1. It means if you're in your packet, you're in your NetAcad, you see 2.9. 2, it means chapter 2. .9, it means you go down here. .1, if you click on it, you'll see here. And you download. If I click on download, it's going to download on top. You see, it's somewhere in my download folder. You see, it's somewhere in my download folder. And I can open it. So to open it, you just need to double click. You just need to double click. Then you wait.
So, Mr. Max,
Yes, question?
uh, that packet tracer, is it the same with the link you sent before?
Yes. So if you want to download packet tracer in your NetAcad, you'll see on top NetAcad and Legacy NetAcad. If you click on Legacy NetAcad, it will bring you somewhere here. You see, and you go to resources. You go to download packet tracer. So when you're here, you go down. You go to download. You see, you go down, and you see Windows desktop version, and you click on this one, 64-bit download. When you finish download, you install, and you double click on it. You click next, and it will be installed. So please do this one first, download it first. And also in chapter 1, it is explained. If you study your chapter 1, will explain everything how to do that. Let me go there to
Oh,
show you.
but did you send the link of packet tracer? Is it the same with these ones in the
The
net
same,
account?
it's exactly the same. So here I'm guiding you where you can find it. and you can do it yourself without a link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If maybe you're lost or your cell phone is not working, where to download? You go to Legacy Notepad. You click on it, Legacy, Resources, download Packet Tracer. You come here and you'll see Windows Desktop version 8.2.2. It's this one you download. Don't Google it and download. If you Google it, you're going to get some viruses because some bad guys, they put anything, you can even see porns or anything bad there. Don't go Googling download Packet Tracer. No. Come in your data card. Here is clean and safe, and it's the original. On Google, what people they post, it's something else. Careful, don't go there. That's why I show you where to find it. Okay, now that you install everything, you open you double click what you downloaded, and you'll see such thing. Normally, if someone did follow what I said, meaning to check the video, you should be okay for what we'll be doing now. Chapter 2, I did tell you, chapter 2, and you go to basic device configuration and the video. And it's the same thing I'm going to do. We're going to see how to configure a device name. We have three types of password that we'll be doing. How to encrypt all these password, banner message of the day. I'm going to show you what is it and other stuff. So the secret of Cisco CCNA is to study every day a minimum 1 hour. Students are complaining why every time I keep on repeating the same thing. I know. I've been a student like you. I'm teaching for 11 years. I know the secret of CCNA. A minimum of 1 hour per day. So who's going? Yes, no. One second, guys. Yes. Yeah, please log on the session quickly. Log on the session. We'll talk later, okay? So this is what we'll be doing. To be successful with Cisco, it's practicing every time. 1 hour to read your stuff, make your own summaries. If you have something to configure, you configure. You see. So let's start. This is what we'll be doing today. This is how Packet Tracer is. If you click on it, it will zoom your topology, your design. You can zoom in again or zoom out. You see, so it's up to you. So here, what are we going to do? We have a PC called manager. It's linked to a switch, to another switch, and we have a reception. Remember, if you're a network engineer, you can work anywhere. You can work at Vodacom to set up stuff for clients. You can work in a network company like Dimension Data. You can work in normal IT company, anywhere where IT is needed. The employees, the users, we only see the PCs. But for us, in the background, we connect all these stuff to the switches, and we switch it to router to go to internet. So as network engineers, we do the setup and the configuration. So this is the topology here. Questions? No. Question. So you can zoom in. So anytime you have such thing, take your time, 1 minute to understand what is here. No worries, we'll be doing that many times, and it's recorded also. Yeah. And you can play around with this, put it there. This one, you can right click and zoom in. So this question paper, if I can call it, if you go in your card and you go to 2.9.1, You see, this one is a PDF. If for you this one is too small, you cannot read properly, then you can download this one also. It's a PDF. You see, it's the same thing. You can zoom in, then you can see properly, nicely. You see. So it's up to you which way you want to. So question paper, you read here and you do here. You see. So here I'm going to zoom in because I prefer using here. It's up to you. Huh? So when you have such lab, you take your time to check. This one will be doing for 6 months. The very first time, like today, it seems strange. It's not. It's because it's something new. That's all. When you have a title, basic switch and end device configuration. This is the title, and it's linked to chapter 2. Then you have your topology, the design, and on your left side, the information that you'll be using to do the configurations. You see? So you have your addressing table where you have your devices, room 1145. You see this one, it's a switch, room 146, another switch, manager PC, it's here, and reception PC that is there. So each device, if you see NIC, it means network interface card. It's like your SIM card. And on your SIM card, you have a number. You see? So inside my PC, I have a network interface card that will allow me to connect network, network interface card. We go to image. So for students who did IT essentials, we know what we're talking about. And so if you have a PC, at the back of your PC, you'll see such thing. You'll see it here. It's where you plug your network cable. You see. So this device that you put in your PC will allow you to get connected to the network. When you have a laptop, you can also see that it's integrated in your laptop. So we call it NIC, Network Interface Card. And this one need a IP address or a cell phone number so that if someone wants to contact you, they need to dial your number. So the IP address, if someone wants to contact you, to communicate with you, we use that IP address for communication. Network cable. You see, this is an example of network cable that we use to connect to the network interface card, you see. At that end, we call it RJ45. We use to connect to the network interface card. So we have our addressing table, or the information we'll be using to do our configurations here. Now you have objectives, what we need to do. We need to configure host name and IP addresses on 2 Cisco Internet Network Operating System, iOS, you see, switches, you see. So we're going to configure host name on these 2 switches. Then use Cisco iOS command to specify or limit access to device configuration. It means we're going to use some password. We're going to configure this password. So anytime you see a lab, it's just to test you about what you studied in your NetAcad. You see everything here, especially section 2.4, basic device configuration. We did explain to you how to configure device name. Now we're going to test you. We did, you see, this one, exactly we're going to apply there. We did explain to you how to configure password. You see, configure password. All these 3, exactly we're going to do that side. So the packet tracer is to do what you learn in NetAcad, to practice it virtually, so that when you have a physical equipment, you'll know how to do. And yeah, this is you have objectives, you have a scenario, and you must read so that you can have a. Then here, configure the devices to fulfill the requirement below. Now you have the instructions, what you have to do. So requirements, use a console connection to each switch. So normally when you have packet tracer to configure something, you click on it. But you see here, it's locked. It's the same thing. When you have your physical equipment, your switch, Cisco switch is here. Now, and go to image. Yeah, like this picture. So when you have that physical switch and you need to configure it, are you going to click on it and start the configs? No. If you want to configure that switch, there is a specific cable called a console cable that you plug from your PC to your switch. A console cable is used to do basic configs, then you remove that cable. It's what we're going to do. So we need to configure, for example, this switch. So I need to log on. If I click on the switch, it's locked. It means I need a cable to connect the PC to the switch. So down here, we have time to do a lot. You see that orange stuff, it's for connection. You see connections. You click on it, you'll see a lot of type of cabling. We'll have time to study each of them. If you use the orange one, it will automatically help you. But here is also locked out. Now, this one, you see, if you bring the mouse over, you'll see the name down here. So the first one is a console cable. You click on it, you click on the PC. Now, when you have a console cable, you must use it to console port. When you have console cable, you connect to console port. We're going to check that now. So if you click on the PC, the console port is called RS. RS on with packet tracer, but in real life, you connect normally. So with packet tracer, the port is called the normal port if you have a PC, because other ports are USBs, you see. So you click on it. But if you have a switch, we have a port called console port, you see. You click on console port. You see. This switch, if I zoom in properly, you'll see in blue here, console. It's too, let me switch console port. Here this is an example of console cable, you see, that we use. And you see, you have your laptop. When you have your laptop, you use a console cable to your thing to the switch. So this is an example of, you see, so if you have a switch, you'll see a port, you'll get a name on it, console. It means you must use this one. You see here, we need to plug the console cable to a console port. So we use it to do some configs, quick configs, and we remove it. It doesn't stay. Normal cabling stays there. We'll study next chapters. So we use our console cable. Now from my PC, I need to view what's happening in that switch. You open your PC, make sure it's power on, you see, it's green, it means it's on. Then you go to desktop, you go to terminal, you can check the recording again, and no worries, and we'll have time to do the same thing. Then you click on OK, press enter. Now you see from my PC, I can view what is my switch. So this switch is named room-145. You see name, so I need to add the name. I click this PC. So we are in the user mode. To go to the next mode, we tap enable. Press enter, enter. So here it's the privilege mode. Because I need to configure something, I need to go to the configuration mode. So I tap conf T for configuration terminal. You can tap anything, configuration, okay, configure terminal. You can tap anything, or you can tap conf T to make it short for configure terminal. You press enter, enter. Now, we did explain to you how to configure the name. We say it host name, and you tap exactly the name that is here. Me, I'm going to copy paste. You must not do that. So anything you do, you'll see your progress here, your completion, your progress. So I go, host name, I paste. You don't do that. You must type exactly what is there. I press enter, enter, and automatically you'll see I have 4%. It means what I did is correct. 4%. If you also go to check results, and you go to assessment item, you'll see all the questions here also. So if it's red, it means either you didn't do that question yet, or you did, but it's wrong. So you see here, we switch room -145. The host name is check green. It means it's correct. See, you can close it. Your packet tracer don't close, and you must save it. File, save. Every 5 minutes, save it. The same thing for this room. I use the reception PC. You see? So I'm in the reception PC, and I want to configure the switch. I need what? A console cable. So I go down here, I click on the PC, I select RS, I go to my switch, I select console port. Then I click on the PC, I go to desktop, I go to terminal, to terminal, I click OK. Now I'm in my switch from my PC. We say I need to configure the name of this is the name of that switch that we should do. Room-146. I need to configure, so I tap enable, conf t, host name, and you tap exactly the way it's written there. If you tap anyhow, you won't get your mark. You must tap exactly the way it is. You press enter, enter. You see. Now, before you see here it was switch. Now, after I tap host name, room, you see. But here that's not the name. 145. Here is 146. 146. You see. And now we have 9%. So we are done with the first one, how to configure the name. Now we're going to configure the password. That's why I say if someone study in your NetAcad, anything that is in section 2.4, you have all the configs here. It's exactly the same thing we're going to apply there. You also had a demo where there is a lady who did exactly what we are doing. You see? So please, section 2.4.6, it's a video that's explaining the same thing we are doing. Watch it many times. This recording of our session, I'm going to post in the WhatsApp group. Study a minimum 1 hour per day to be successful. We continue. Now we're going to configure the password. They say use this password for all lines. So in our configurations, and we have 2 lines. What does it mean, 2 lines? We go to section 2.4.3, configure password. You see, we have the first one to protect the user mode. line console 0. Before someone start using my switch, there is a password for that. So you see here, if I exit, I'm out of my switch. If I press enter, automatically I'm in. We need to protect that, to put a password before getting here. It's the first, we call it line console 0 to protect the user mode. You must use this password. I'm going to copy it. Then you tap enable, conft line console 0. You see, exactly the same thing that is here. You do the same thing. You see, line console 0, password, and you tap exactly that password that is here. Exactly. You tap something else, no mark. You see, press enter, login. I exit. Now, if I want to save my work, if you're in the global config mode, to save, you tap do, copy, run, start. You press enter, enter. How to save your work, it also explained in AutoCAD. Save configuration. It's somewhere. Okay, you also have another video where we explain. So it's copy, run, start. We say all lines. We have another line. So the first line is line console 0. The other line is called telnet. What is it? No, it's here. Yeah. Password. So we have 3 types of password. The first one is to protect the user mode before you start your switch. Now let's check for what we did. I exit again. You see, now I'm out of my switch. If I press enter, you see now I need a password. And you tap exactly that password. If you tap, you won't see anything, but it's there. You see, now I'm in. This is what we call the line console password. You see. So the same config here, you apply there, that's all. The second line, you see here, is the telnet for remote access. Everything's explained here. Please study. It's the same thing we're going to do again. We come here, we say we need to configure with that same password also. Then you tap enable or en if you want to. Conft now line VTY 05 or 04 password. The same password that is here, exactly the same way it is. You can also tap transport input telnet login. You save, do, copy, run, start. Press enter, enter, and you can exit. It says that practice makes perfect. So this lab, you must do it many times until you get used to. We are done with so the same thing we are doing for this switch, we're going to do exactly the same thing that side. So I'm going to do that directly. I come here, line console 0, password. You tap exactly the same password, login, exit. I'm configuring the other line VTY 05 or 4, password, the same password, transport input telnet login. And so if you're in the user, if you're in the privilege mode, then you tap directly copy run, start. And you press enter, enter. But if you're in the global config mode and you want to save, you tap do first. Do, copy, run, start. You see? And we got 27%. You see? Use this for secret password. It means secret password is what? I'm going to end here. I'm going to exit here. You see, I enter my password for line console. It's correct. Now I tap enable. I press enter. You see, this one, this greater sign, it means I'm in the user mode. This one means I'm in the privilege mode to view more stuff. But if you tap enable, automatically you're here. It's not normal. We need to secure to put a key, a code. It's what we're going to do. To do that, because I'm going to configure something, you tap conf T for configure terminal. Are we still on? Any questions? So if you cannot hear anything or you cannot see anything, you can call me on WhatsApp directly. Because when I start, I don't check WhatsApp. I don't check if everything is fine. So in case you don't see anything or you cannot hear anything, please call me directly so that I can be notified and fixed.
Mr. Max,
Yes?
good evening,
Yes, Bedman?
sir.
Yes.
I, I just wanted to ask,
Yes.
because I'm quite lost now and I don't
Yeah, no worries for
understand.
you. For you, I'm going to, for now, just watch, and after that we can talk. Okay?
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, no problem for you. So I'm busy recording also, and yeah, I'll try to explain to you. No worries. So we continue. We say what we need to configure the secret password. It means it's to protect the privilege mode. So I tap enable secret, and we say this password and copy it. I come here and I paste here. I press enter. There is nothing hidden in your NETA card. Uh, you'll see if you go to a section of password, configure password, you have your line console to protect the user mode we did. We have the line VTY. If you want to remotely log on your PC or your laptop or your switch, you're at home, you want to log on a PC that is at office, we use this one. So this is the two lines. Now we have this, you see. So everything is explained here. We're going to do this. So it's what we did now. So if I open it, enable secrets and the password. You see here also, configure terminal, enable secret and the password. See? So read this one and we continue. Okay, so anything is NetAcad, and we try to ask you if you can do the same thing in packet tracer. That's all. I'm going to save, copy, run, start, press enter, enter. So if when you do something in your packet tracer and something's wrong, you'll see that arrow here. It's going to tell you, be careful, there is something wrong here. You see, I tap dopy instead of copy. So I should type copy, run, start, and I press enter, enter. Now he says again, there is something wrong here. I'm in the global config mode. If I want to save, I tap do first, do, do, copy, run, start. Press enter, enter to save. Now I'm going to exit and exit again. You see. So my very first password, as a network engineer, you must document your password. You must write them down. It's like your keys. If you lose your keys, you cannot enter. You see. So the very first one, this is the password. I put it, press enter, enter. I'm here. Now if I tap enable, you see now I also have a password. And it's the secret password to protect the privilege mode. You see. Oh, you see, my password is wrong. Enable, I paste. Okay, let me, don't copy paste. And for you guys, you must type it. Copy, I paste. You see, now it's correct. You see, now I'm in the privilege mode. So you need to secure your stuff. And these are some comments we do. So with the same thing we are doing for this guy, we'll do the same thing. Yeah, like I can come in, conf, enable secret, and I type that password. Do, copy, run, start. We'll do that many times for even 6 months. Today is the first time, so it's strange. But we'll do that with all the time, every day. Now we say encrypt all clear text password. Encrypt. So if I go in my NetAcad, you see, section 2.4, encrypt password. It's this command we need to use. So read here first, and we're going to do that together. Okay, we continue. So we go to the global config mode and we tap service password encryption, you see, to encrypt all, you see, everything, there is nothing hidden. So they teach you, now they ask you to put in practice what you have been taught. That's all, nothing else. So we must use service password encryption. We come here, const for configure terminal, service password encryption. Press enter, enter, and you save. Anything you do, you must save. Like your Microsoft Word document, if you work on it and you don't save, you can lose it. Okay. So this is what we did, and you must do also the same thing that side. Service password encryption. Now,
Sorry, Mr. Max.
yes, question? Yes.
How did you save?
Sorry.
I didn't see you saving. I want to know how did you save?
Okay. So if I'm in the global config mode, to save, I tap do, copy, run, start. You see, this is the command you use to save something if you're in the global config mode.
Okay.
But if you're in the privilege mode, like here, you see, if you see this sign, it means you're in the privilege mode. If you're here and you want to save, you type directly copy, run, start. It means what? It means what? Copy what we are running, anything I'm doing here in a file called the startup config. Because when the switch will start, if you say, okay, I'm starting with which file, the startup config, he goes there. Anything he sees, he will apply. So if this one is saved, it will be applied in the startup config. You see, it's a file. You see. So these are the two ways. So it's also in your NetAcad, I think. Save configuration, section 2.5, save configurations. Configure files. You see, we have this file, startup config. You see, running config. Save, run, copy, run, start. Copy what I'm doing now in the startup config file. So here, I don't know why we didn't put the, but yeah, it's here. It's copy running config startup config. But because it's too long, you can say copy run. You see, start. So read this one. It's very important in blue. Okay, we continue. What else? Configure appropriate message of the day. Configure addressing, save your configuration. It's what we are busy doing all the time. So yeah, okay, 5 minutes, I think we'll be done. Configure message of the day. So what is it? If you go in your NetAcad, you check, you'll see iOS command basic device configuration. You see section 2.4.5, the banner message. You see. So it's to display a message when you boot up your device. Okay, you can check this one. Okay, I'm going to explain to you. So to do that, this is what we need to do. All the comments are here. They teach you, they explain first, they show you the comment. Anytime, and you also have another video teaching the same thing. Section 2.4.6. So you can watch them many times, practice many, you see. So this is what we should do. Banner message. So I'm going to do it. So I tap banner. I'm going to show you banner, MOTD. It means message of the day. And if you start with this character, you're going to add a sentence and you end with the same character. I'm going to say student, Moala, I'm watching you. It's just to warn someone, to warn something. Say, hey, be careful. Anything you'll be doing, I'm watching, I'm monitoring, you see. So in the global config mode, you tap banner, MOTD, message of the day. This is your sentence. If you start with this character, you must end with the same character. I press enter, enter, I save, do copy, run, start. I exit. You see, now I'm out of my switch. I want to log on. I press enter. You see, when I press enter, I have a message to say, hey, be careful, anything you do, I'm checking. This is what we call message of the day. You see? Then you can log on, do whatever you want to do. See? So sometimes we'll tell you the sentence to add. If there is no sentence, you create yours, your own, like what I did. You see? So don't forget your password. The very first password is the console password. Copy. Paste. You see? So it's good to type A. If you type, you won't see anything, but it's there. You see? I continue, enable. I have now the other password, that is this one. You must type and copy paste like what I do. So now I'm here. Now from here, I can configure anything. So anytime you want to configure, you tap conf t, press enter, enter. You see? Now we configure the message of the day, configure the addressing on all. You see. So to configure the addressing, it's something that I'll show you once, and next time I'll continue. But let me show you once. For the PCs, if you have a PC and you want to add IP, you open the PC, you can close this one. Now you go to IP configuration. You click on it, and you see here, zoom out. So this PC is manager PC, manager. This is the IP address. You can copy and paste, but it's good to type. Manager, see IP address on top, you paste. Subnet mask is here. You can also type, or you remove, you type 255.255.255.0. It's something we'll learn a bit later. This is how you assign a IP address to a network interface card. Like you have a SIM card, and your telecom will say, okay, your number is 081-565-2210. This is how we assign IP addresses. I go for the other PC, reception. I copy this, or I don't need to copy. This one I close. I go to IP configuration. I type it, 10.10.10.5. You see. And subnet mask is this one. So this, what I'm doing is, you must practice. The very first time, like what we do, it seems strange. It's not. It's just because it's something new. We'll do it all the time for 6 months. So please practice also at least twice from home until you get used to. This is how we add IP address in a PC. Now for the switch, we have another way. You see VLAN 1. So in your network card, what it said, configuration is fine, device name, configuration, save, it's fine, port and address, IP addresses. IP addressing. Okay, so for this one, if you want to configure, normally a switch doesn't support an IP address, but we can create what you call a virtual one. Switch virtual interface, or SVI. This is what we'll need to do. So we go to conft interface VLAN 1, we add the IP, no shutdown, exit. See? Exactly what is here that we do there. So no panic. It's the first time. I know every year it's like that. We'll keep on doing every day, every week. So no worries for that. So I open my switch. You see, I must go to my PC, terminal. Okay. Now I type interface VLAN, VLAN 1 IP address, and I add that IP address here. Oh, it didn't go. It didn't. Okay. Let me copy, because I don't want to type, but you normally should type 10.10.10.10.100. I'm going to type 10.10.10.100 space 255.255.255.0. So what we're doing, we're going to do the same thing for 2 months first, for you to get used to. And it's not all the time you have to configure, no. Maybe once a month. Anything else for now, it's introduction to internet, to networking. It's a bit of theory. No shut. So do, copy, run, start. So normally we are done. This is how. So to see what we did, it's in section 2.7.4. Yeah, you can read this one if you want to for 1 minute, and we continue. And it's this comment, and they want us to apply again. So check that, and we continue. So in your NetAcad, no need to focus more or spend too much time on some stuff. You read one twice, you take a note, and you continue. And anything I teach you during this session, it's what you must focus on the most. Anything else is extra information. So this is what you should know for chapter 2, basic switch configuration. The SVI, switch virtual interface, and the section 2.4, the name, the password, the banner. See. So now you see we have 81% just because we did here. If we did for the other side, we should have get more point. Yes, questions?
Yes, Mr. Max, why we need to configure?
Sorry.
A question is
Mm-hmm.
why
Mm-hmm.
we need to do configuration?
Configuration on the switch.
Wait, why?
Okay, so who can answer to Gautier? Gautier is asking why we need to configure.
We need to confirm because is it important because it's a purpose of the course as well.
Yeah.
Where you need
Mm.
to show us how to confirm because one day if we are in front of like a problem stuff like this, we can help as well because we know already we have a knowledge of that how to configure them. Teacher is showing us like
Mhm.
how to do that.
Exactly. If you have a company and we say, okay, Gautier, on your CV, you're showing us that you did study CCNA. It means you are a network engineer now. Okay, I have my company. I need someone to set up my network. Please come help me. What are you going to do? You'll need some PCs. You'll need your PCs. You see in yellow, and all your PCs. You must link them with a network cable to a switch. The switch will get connected to a router and to go to the internet. But if the switch is dead, there is no life, there is no configs, how people are going to communicate? It's like you buy a brand new cell phone and you don't configure, you don't insert a SIM card, you don't change the colors, you don't add contact, you don't. How are you going to use your phone? You must get your phone ready to be used. So a switch need to be get ready to be used so that your network will work. It's a very good question. Me, Allah question. Feel free to ask any questions. It helps me to explain more, and it also helps other students. So Gautier, this is why we need to configure. And for example, MTN is hiring you. We say, okay, Gautier, on your CV, you show me that you study CCNA. We need a technician or an engineer to set up Wi-Fi routers for our clients. We have 100 clients and you need to set up for them. How are you going to do? Let's say client Bouclé, for example. You need to identify her. Don't host name Bouclé house. Then you know that this switch I'm going to set up for Bouclé. You see, you'll add her IP address to get connected to a network. You're going to add any other stuff. So it's very important to configure. Any other questions?
Yes, Mr. Max.
Yes, question?
After you save, yes, after
Mhm.
you save the configuration, where will
Yeah.
you find it?
Okay, very good question. When we save the configuration, normally we don't see it. If you want to view it, then there is a command to view because it's saved in the system. So to view, you must come here in the, you see here in the privilege mode here. Now it have show running configuration or show startup configuration. So show start. You press enter. You see, once you show me startup configuration, you'll see your host name you did. You can view it here. You see, my enable secret, it's encrypted because we use safest password encryption. You press enter, enter. You're going to see, you see my interf VLAN, you see the IP address I put. You see, student Mwalwa, I'm watching you, the banner. So anything you do is saved in a file. To view it, you tap show run or show start. Very good question. It's here. If you go in your NETA card, you will see it. Save configuration. You see here, you see show running config. And you're going to view anything, everything here. You see. So it's a very good question. So or show run. See. So it's just to view and you continue. So when you finish your packet tracer, as you can come, you see my mark 81%. If I go to check result, I go to assessment item, you see everything's green. If it's red, it means I didn't do yet. The other side I didn't do, that's why. If you do correctly, it will show green, you see. So we'll get time to do that many times. Also at home, if you have time, it's only, let's say 1 hour, you do that until you get used to. So this one is a bit difficult, but they ask me if I want to save. I don't want to save. There is another lab where they teach you a bit, they guide you. They are very friendly. Is 2.5, yeah, 2.5.5, where they explain to you to configure that, do that. To configure that, do that. You see, you see. If you see here, this is a small network, and sometimes if it is a hidden window here, you close it, you zoom in. So follow exactly what I teach you, you'll be fine. So here, for example, they tell you step by step. Enter the privilege mode, tap this command. Enter the what, tap this command, you see. How to configure the host name, you see. Here they show you step by step. So if you focus on these two labs, if you want to practice 2.55 and 2.91, these two, but especially 2.9.1 is very important. Last questions before we close the session. So it's recorded. I'm going to post the link in the WhatsApp group. Yourself must practice, guys. Must practice. Inside your NETA card, you also have some videos explaining the same thing we did. You have some videos. So watch them and you'll be fine. You can download these guys and save in a file. See? Okay, that's all for today. So thank you very much for attending. Tomorrow we'll do a short chapter, chapter 3. It's a very short one, maybe half an hour we are done. Chapter 3, the name is Protocol and Models. It means how are we going to work as a class? When are we going to meet? For how long? Am I going to speak Chinese to you? No. So we must agree on some protocols. So in a network, To allow everyone to communicate properly, we need some rules. What will be these rules? It's in chapter 3. Very short one, half an hour, we are done. After that, you have an exam. This exam, and you can do it many times. It's a quiz covering chapter 1, 2, 3. It's just to test your knowledge. You can do it many times, 100 times if you want to. If you want to view your grade, you see here, 1, 2, 3, grade. You click on grade, and you'll see all your marks. So for all of you guys, I'll see your mark. You see. So I'll explain to you again tomorrow. So step by step, we are building our house. Thank you very much for today. We'll be meeting again tomorrow. Maximum 45 minutes, we are done. Practice.
So, Mr. Max, Mr.
Yes.
Max, there is no the chapter exam. It's only checkpoint exam.
Yeah, checkpoint exam only. So after
All right.
chapter 1, 2, 3, there is one. After chapter 4, 5, 6, 7, there is another one. It's just some quiz. You can do it many times. Thank you very much, guys. Study well. We'll meet again tomorrow.